Ano pang hulaan? Halimbawa, di ba sabi ko, ngayon, ang kita ko sa sales ay ngayong August ay 100,000 and gusto kong kumita sa September ng 150,000 or 250,000. Sabi, pwede, di ba? Pwede. Paano? Okay, OT daw, mag-OT daw siya. Sabi, look at the past data. Ano yung past data na pwede mong maging source para ma-achieve mo yung number na hinulaan mo na kaya mong kita yung 150,000 to 200,000. Pwede kang bumalik dun sa mga last 5 months. Balikan mo yung mga product na bumibenta ng sobra. Balikan mo yung product kung sino yung mga bumibili. Diba? Ako pa yung next step, paano ma-achieve. Ngayon, yung mga bumibili, lagi yung product na yun, hindi natatanggi yun pag inalok mo kasi ibig sabihin, regular buyer na sila ng product na yun. Pwede favorite na rin or something. Nakukuha nyo? Ngayon, makakalculate mo na pag bumili dito sa akin ng isang table ng customers ng product na to, kaya kong kumita ng 150,000 sa September. Nakuha nyo? Yun yung example of regression. So, i-email mo sila, "Hi ma'am, sir, we are offering this product on sale this month, and we believe that you really love the product and we don't want you to miss it. Please have yours now." O, di bibili yun, no? Meron ka ng, yung hinulaan mo, magkakatotoo na yun, no? Hindi yung magtitinda ka lang, ganyan ka lang sa tindahan, tapos ganyan ka lang. Tapos pag may bumili, sabi, pabili, tapos ano yun? Yung sigat na ano yun? Ganun lang, iintay ka lang sa may mga darating. Hindi ganon. Okay po, kung gusto mo talagang ma-achieve yung sales na gusto mo, i-workout mo siya. Okay, gagamit ka ng mga modeling technique. Itong regression is one type of modeling technique. Okay po? Nakuha na? So, next is the anomaly detection. What do you mean by anomaly detection? Pag sinabing anomaly detection, ano yung anomaly? Anomalya. Parang something strange. Hindi parang something strange. Oo. Something strange, unusual. Halimbawa, tumaas yung kuryente mo. Sabi mo, bakit tumaas yung kuryente ko? Eh, wala na akong bili na bago appliances, no? So, there's something, something wrong. Someone is messing your meter. Or halimbawa naman, yung credit card mo, suddenly shows purchases from a country where you are not in. Wala ka naman doon. Paano nagkaroon ng purchase doon? Okay? Those, or maybe someone stole your credit card information. So those are what we call anomaly detection, and it helps catch this strange thing so you can check and fix problems early. Pag alam mo na-identify mo na may something strange, kailangan i-fix yung problem as early as possible. Nangyari na ba sa inyo yun, tapos pinabayaan nyo lang, tapos bumalik sa inyo, mas lalong doble yung problema. Tama? Tama po? Yes. So, ano na ulit yung mga, let's get back doon sa yung mga data mining concepts, lima? Classification, clustering, association rule, regression, and anomaly detection. Okay, very good. Punta tayo sa kasunod. Ito yung mga steps in data mining process. CRISP-DM. Yung CRISP-DM stands for Cross-Industry Standard Process Data Mining. Ano ibig sabihin ng cross-industry? When you say cross-industry, it works all industry. Banking, healthcare, retail, education, etc. Not just one field. Okay po? Yung standard process, ibig sabihin, standard. Ano ba, ito yung standard nandito. Dapat nandito ka. Hindi ka bababa doon. No. Ito ka. Namimit mo yung standard. Ito ka, pataas. Yan yung standard process. It is a standardized, step-by-step method that everyone can follow. So, yung CRISP-DM stands for Cross-Industry Process, Standard Process for Data Mining. Okay, why we use framework that guides the entire data mining process? Okay, let's have these six processes. Ano yung una? Yung anim na yun, business understanding, data preparation, modeling, evaluation, and deployment. Let's have the first, business understanding. So business understanding, you should know what the problem are we trying to solve. I-define yung goal. Okay? I-define yung goal ng business. Ang goal ng business is, a telecom company wants to reduce customer churn. Okay? Gusto nilang mabawasan yung customer churn. Reducing churn means keeping more customers happy para hindi umalis. No? Okay? Para hindi umalis, kailangan ma-keep nyo yung customers. Yun yung kanilang goal. No? Kailangan, ma-keep natin sila. Okay? So, they will stay, yung mga customer. No? They will stay and don't leave the company. Now, you already know the business. Alam mo na kung ano yung goal. Bawasan natin ang mga customer na umaalis. Okay? So, ang sunod na steps ng data mining process is collect and explore data. Mag-gather na tayo ng mga billing history, customer call records, mga complaints. Okay, now, natapos na natin yan. Okay? Ngayon, mag-data preparation na tayo. Cleaning, formatting ng data, removing duplicates, handle missing values. Why we are doing data preparation? We need to organize yung data. Kailangan natin i-organize yung data for preparation ng data analysis. Okay? Kailangan natin yan. So, ulit nga, what are the first 3 steps ng data mining process? Business understanding, data understanding, and data preparation. Now, let's have this second, yung last 3. Okay, last 3 of the 6 steps in data mining process. The fourth one, yung pang-apat, modeling in data mining. Modeling is like building a smart tool that looks at your data and helps you find patterns and or make predictions. No, you teach this tool using your existing data and then learn, and then it can guess or group the things in the future. Diba example ko kanina yung regression. Regression is one technique ng modeling. Ano nga yung regression? You can guess a number by looking at the past data. Okay? By analyzing the past data. Okay? Another technique ng modeling is yung decision tree. So what about decision tree? Decision tree technique. Ang decision tree is just like creating a flowchart. Merong top, di ba? Bababa siya ng bababa. So, decision tree, for example, you will start at the top and then you have question answerable by yes or no. Parang sharing lang. Tao ba yan? Bagay, pagkain, lugar, di ba? Answerable by yes or no. That's siya mag-start. And then leads you down branches until you reach a decision or category. Example, you want to decide if someone will buy a product. So you will ask, is the person under 30 years old? Do they live in the city? And so on. Until you guess, yes, they will buy. Or no, they won't. Yun yung decision tree. Nakuha nyo? Hanggang sa makuha nyo na yung pinaka-specific na tanong na sasagot din sa pinaka-specific na sagot dun sa problema. Okay? We can apply decision tree dun sa problema ng telecom, right? Pwede. At saka ano pa, yung regression, pwede rin. No? Okay? Titingnan natin yung past data, sino na yung mga umalis na customers, at ano yung mga kinomplain nila bago sila umalis. Kasi yun yung basis natin para ito yung mga nakalinya na nagsabi ng ganito, negative about the company. Possible, ito rin yung mga aalis. So, gagawa ka na ng move, di ba? Gagawa ka na ng move. Kailangan, ma-hold mo sila na hindi sila aalis. Okay? Doon sa teleco. Another example ng regression is yung linear regression. Ano yung linear regression? Example, you want to guess a student's grade. Okay, hulaan natin yung student's grade. Paano? Final grade. Based on how many hours they study. So, meron tayo, magpupla tayo ng number of hours. No, magpupla tayo ng number of hours versus grade. You might see a trend, halimbawa meron tayong dots, lines of dots. I-plot natin siya ganyan. So, ang nakalagay is, then you can see yung you will observe, no? You use that line to predict numbers you don't know yet. Hindi mo alam. Gagamitin mo yung line na yun, yung line regression, para mahulaan mo kung ano yung magiging grade niya, final grade niya. So, example, more study hours, kasi pinag mo na, more study hours equals higher grades. If you study 5 hours, you'll probably get around 85. Okay? Or if you study more than 5 hours, you will probably get, syempre, more than 85%. Naka, yun yung linear regression. Mahulaan ko ang final grade ko based sa siya, cum laude, nag-aaral siya ng 5 hours. Gusto ko man niya, gagawin ko 10 hours. Ako po, ganun siya. Yung talagang totoong aral ha, okay po, yung totoong aral. Okay? So, yun yung linear regression. Another technique na modeling yung clustering, yung kanilang example natin sa data mining concepts, no? Yung clustering, grouping customers by buying habits. And the last technique, no, sa modeling, yung neural networks. Ano yung neural networks? Ang neural networks is inspired by how our brain works. Kung paano gumagana yung brain natin. Meron tayong mga small nodes connect to learn patterns from complex data. Di ba, marirecognize natin yung handwriting, no? Handwriting niya. Ay, sulat to niya, no? Marirecognize mo, oy, ito yung, ano yan? Nare-recognize mo na yung faces. Those are complex, mga complex pattern, di ba? Neural network inspired by how our brain works. Parang yung bata, sabi natin, pencil to, pencil. Tapos, so yun, magkukunik-kunik na yung mga small dots sa brain niya. And mabubuo na, matututunan ng brain yung pattern. Ma-identify na niya, susunod na makita niya yung pencil, sabi niya, pencil. Okay? So now, ano yung modeling technique na pwede natin gamitin dito? Decision tree, regression, ano pa? Clustering, or neural networks. Ha? Ano pwede gamitin natin sa problema ng telecom? Decision tree. Very good. Okay, last name?
Bayamos.
Bayamos. Okay, decision tree. Kasi tatanungin natin, kung ikaw yung manager, can we reduce customer churn? Diba? Sa doon, yes. Diba? O, masyadong broad ba yung tanong? O, gumawa tayo, bababain pa natin yung mga tanong. Pa-specific ba natin hanggang sa makuha natin yung exact na sagot. Sa evaluation, we will check if the model meets business goals. I-check natin kung okay ba yung decision tree. I-measure natin yung accuracy, yung precision, yung recall, yung RMSE. What do we mean by accuracy? Pag sinabing accuracy, how often does your model get the answer right overall? For example, okay, I gave you 100 quiz questions and you answered 90 correctly. Ang accuracy ay 90%. Ang precision naman, example, ang precision is when your model says yes, how often it is correct. Pag sinabing yes, gaano kadalas na nagsasabi siya na tama yun. Okay, halimbawa, if a COVID test kit, no? COVID test kit gives 10 positive results and 8 are truly infected. No, ang precision nun ay 8 over 10, di ba? 80%. Kung sabihin ko, lahat kayo may COVID, ano yung precision nun? 100. Ha? 100. Lahat kayo may COVID. 100. Pero, Tapos, ang na-detect lang na talagang totally infected is, ilan lang? Halimbawa, 100 kayo, 80 lang yung totally infected. 80 over 100. So, 80 lang yung precision. Ibig sabihin, hindi lahat ay talagang may COVID, no? Okay po, hindi lahat. Hindi lahat. So, ibig sabihin, yung precision, dahil nga ang na-infect is 8 lang, ang totally infected naman is 8 lang talaga, pwedeng pumalya na, ay hindi, wala akong, pero kung sinabing, test kit gives 10 positive results and 10 are totally infected, tapos sinabi ko, lahat kayo may COVID na kayo lahat. Kasi 100% yung precision. Naka? Okay, yung recall, what do you mean by recall? Halimbawa, when someone actually has a condition, how often does the test or model correctly says yes? Example, say, 100 people are actually sick, but the doctor test only correctly identifies 90 of them. Ang recall ay 90. Yung formula, almost parang kasi, hindi parang nakita niyo yung pattern, no? Raw over total, no? Raw over total. Okay, that is recall. What about RMSE? Ano yung RMSE? Pag sinabi namang RMSE, ano yung RMSE? RMSE stands for root mean square error. Yung error na word. Anong ibig sabihin nito? This is a way of measuring how far off yung prediction, yung guess mo, from the actual real value. Ano ba, sinabi ko, itong pag na ito, kailangan itong pera, kung sino yung makahula ng pinakamalapit na hula, sa kanya ko ito ibibigay. O, sabi niyo, ma'am, 1 million. Eh, sabi ko, meron, ang laman nito is 1 million and 1 peso. Ano yung RMSE niya? Ano yung RMSE? If RMSE is small, maliit lang yung difference, sabi, ang RMSE is, yung prediction mo or your guess mo is from the far o ang RMSE is a way to measure how far, gaano kalayo. Malayo ba? Hindi eh, malapit lang, di ba? Malapit lang. So, ibig sabihin, RMSE is small, your guesses are pretty close to the real amount. Kasi piso lang ang difference. Tapos yung isa, ang hinula niya, ma'am, 500,000. Eh, big yun. Malaki yung RMSE nun. Big yung difference. If big yung RMSE, your guesses were way off. Malayo. Okay, so in data mining, with a computer-based prediction like forecasting sales or prices, RMSE helps us see how accurate those predictions are. And lastly, so once we're done with our evaluation, we will do the deployment. Deployment, put the results into real-world use. Finally, we put the model to work in the real business. The telecom company can use it to identify customers who might leave soon. Makikita na niya kasi yung mga customers na pwedeng umalis, yung mga nag-feedback ng negative about the company, mabagal ng customer service, etc. etc. So, you will take action to keep them stay. Okay? To keep them stay. Kailangan mag-stay sila. So, that's all about data mining. Again, let's review what are the 6 steps ng data mining process. Business understanding, data understanding, data preparation, modeling, evaluation, and deployment. Okay, we're done with the data mining. Let's proceed to 3 slides lang ng data warehousing. And after nito, muna tayo sa